Yeah, we're just on centre court now, and we talked about whose fans are down here, and it was very clear that as much as everybody loves Stan, that there was a huge applause for when Roger walked out, and all the cameras sort of went in his direction. But actually, what me and Arvind were discussing was his jacket. You said it looked like a superhero had walked out, a superhero's jacket. Do you think that's what Roger Federer depicts?
Well, he plays like a superhero, doesn't he, at times? Invincible. But yeah, no, not a surprise that when he walks out, people take note as a gasp. But when he walks out, he certainly is the fans' favourite. But they appreciate how well Stan's playing as well, and they're expecting a good battle this evening.
Yeah, you can hear the round of applause now, and this is a very interesting moment I always find with when the singles players cross over, and there's so much sportsmanship. They just shook each other's hand, and we've seen that recently. What's that say about the relationship they have?
Well, it's solid, isn't it? I think they've gone through a lot together through the years, and obviously this year with Davis Cup, as we've mentioned before, they've won some big matches, put in some big performances as a team, and of course they like each other. They just enjoy each other's company, respect how good they are as one another as tennis players, but come the match they'll put that to one side, as you would expect, and play like professionals.
So at the moment, Roger will have about half an hour practice on centre court, and don't forget his match is about 8 p.m. The ritual normally is half an hour here practicing the tennis side of things while we get hit by tennis balls, and then they go back into the players' changing rooms and have a massage, eat, have a shower, and get ready, and then they'll warm up before their match, and it's not even till 8 o'clock. We've discussed, Arvind, about the different rituals that they go through. Roger seems to do the least.
Yeah, perhaps. He looks the most relaxed about things, certainly when he's warming up. We just saw Stan warm up, very vigorous, does some specific things, gets that forehand working, really works the serve as well. But Roger just seems to just like to keep it ticking over, doesn't kind of work look as if he's working too hard out there. It's just a case of just kind of getting used to hitting a few balls. But these guys, they've done it 1,000 times before. It's nothing different for them. I suppose when they really do switch on is when kind of it's coming towards the end of the doubles, and they'll probably start talking to their coaches about a few kind of strategies they might look to play, and that's where they switch on mentally as well and kind of get themselves into that zone.
Roger's won this tournament 6 times. He's incredibly successful here. But what do you think he has to do to make sure that the dark horse of Stan doesn't go to the final?
I think he has to continue playing the way he's played this week, I think, and this year actually. In fact, it's been incredible how really he's reinvented that kind of attacking game, that attacking-minded tennis that we saw for so many years. The serves work beautifully. The serve and volley has come back now. I think with bringing Edberg on board, I think that's just kind of really he's looked to get more of that out of him again. And who says serve and volleying and coming to the net is dying? I mean, he's picked and choose when he's come to the net. I don't think you can come in on anything. It's almost suicide in today's game. The guys return, they pass so well, they move so well, so you really have to pick your times when you come forward. But Federer seems to have really got that balance well this year.
And Roger spoke a lot about how incredible this tournament is, the atmosphere, the fans. How much does it help somebody like Roger to be able to walk out and feel that ovation? Well,
it must be a huge lift for him. I think everywhere he goes is just a huge reception for him. I think when you walk out onto a court and you hear that roar for you, and it feels like it's 5 times louder than your opponent, that's got to give you a lift, and that makes you feel great. And he gets that everywhere he goes. It's quite incredible being in Asia as well. Just last year watching him play out there, just to a different level. And even when he played Andy the other night here, I mean, Andy's reception was great, but when Roger walked out, it was even bigger.
All right, well, we'll let Roger Federer continue to practice on court. He has still around 20 minutes left to just warm up and adapt to such different situation and conditions down here on centre.